Hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today we are going to be kitting up this kit, and it is from Mystical Dream Diamonds. This is called Lily's Little Charm, and it is by Cocoa Marshmallow Arts. It is a 60 by 60 canvas, and there are 60 colors. Lots of sixes in this kit. 60, 60, 60. Seriously. I already put my stickers on the labels. I just wanted to show you the photo. Wait, did I say my stickers on my labels? My labels on my bottles. Been a day. I do have some extras over here that in case I have any overflow, I probably will have to use a few of those, which is fine. I have all of the first layers. I have this is an Art Dot container. It has the nice super thick foam. Love the Art Dot ones the best. Although I do love my 70 bottle case that is not Art Dot because it has 70 drawers, 70 bottles. And that's nice for when your kit has, more than 60 colors, because sometimes they do. Or if it has some, extras that don't fit in these bottles, you still have another layer. I personally like to have a trash drill jar. So the fact that there are 60 colors and all of these are taken up slightly hurts my brain. So I will have to have a trash drill bottle nearby. It's not a deal breaker. It's a Kristyn problem. All right, so let's get this started. I did separate them and put them in order. They do come in baggies, and they have the number that they are in order, and they also have the DMC number. Love that. It looks like it has the weight, potentially. I'm not sure about that. And it does have a code on each bag that corresponds to the code that is on the canvas and the sticker. So if things get separated, then you can hopefully find a friend, find a match. And I'm going to use my funnel from Curvis's Craft Corner. And I have Munchy Puddin' Trashy Catty, the Trash Cat, doing his job as always. And I think that these are acrylic drills. So there may not be static, which is nice. But I do need to then look. I tried looking at the website, and it didn't say that they were acrylic or resin, which I'm a little freaked out about because I did order a square kit. And if you've been around, you know that me and square acrylic drills, we don't play nicely. It's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault that a lot of the square acrylic drills are garbage. So, I said it. And maybe some people can work with the square acrylic drills. I am not one of them. It just, every time I get a kit that has square acrylic drills, they don't line up, they're tabby, they're a freaking mess. And if I'm gonna spend, like if I'm buying it from a budget company and it's like a $7 kit, I'm not going to expect the drills to line up perfectly. I'm not. But when I'm spending $60, $70 on a kit and I'm buying squares, they better line up. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I'm going to have to check the square kit that I bought. Because these definitely, we can see, these definitely have the butt dimple. And that is usually a sign of acrylics. I'm fine with acrylic rounds. Like, do I want to pay more money for an acrylic round drill kit? No, because I feel like resin drills are the more superior choice. Rounds, yeah, I mean, you can get away with the acrylics, but I don't want to pay resin prices for acrylic drills. That's kind of my thing. But I am loving that there's no static. I had all my staticky stuff ready. I got Q-tips, I got dryer sheets, I got a paper towel, I have the static guard, and I even have my little eyeglass cleaner that worked really well on my last kit that had static. Okay, so now we need to make a label. Where did I put the, okay, I had a few little extra pieces of that, so I'm just going to write 210 on that. I don't need to write the symbol because I will just transfer the bottle lids when that color runs out, and then I will just swap them. So there's that. I hope everybody is doing well and amazing, and if you're not, I hope it gets better for you. You know, it's okay to not be awesome all the time. I don't know anybody who is awesome all of the time. Got 309, and there are 10 special drills in this kit. There's ABs, there's fairy dust equivalents, there's crystals. That's exciting. 315. And the company Mystical Dream Diamonds is hosting an event by the artist of this painting in the month, I think it's November and December. I would recommend checking their Facebook page for information. I'm going to work on this in November and potentially December, but I'm not like officially participating in anything. I might just post pictures, but I don't really like to, you know, I don't know if there's any forms you have to fill out or anything. Like, that's not my jam. The more rules, the more likely I am to rebel. Rebel? I'm not sure which one is the right one. Let me know. In a nice way, of course. So, number 9. And I always like to just check the number to make sure that we're on track. I don't need to be sitting here yapping and realize that I messed up, you know, 10 bags ago. Okay, go in there. Come on. The only thing I don't, oh my gosh. So we have this front door lock, right? Which I know a lot of locks, oops, excuse me, nowadays are, you know, like you can use your fingerprint, you can put a code in, I don't know, maybe it scans your retina, I don't know. Well, we got this one because a guy at my husband's work recommended it. He apparently did a bunch of research, which fine by me because I don't want to do the research. I just want to have a lock that is secure. And you can use your fingerprint on the side, but then it also has this touch screen, and the numbers will kind of generate randomly, and you put in your, you know, your code, and it can be 4 digits, 6 digits, 8 digits. There's, you know, several options. And it also can connect via Bluetooth to your cell phone, so you can unload it. You can unlock it that way. And it's worked pretty great for us, for the most part. But lately it keeps randomly beeping at us. And we don't know why. And usually if it beeps, that's a sign that the battery is going dead. And you should probably change the battery. Totally makes sense to me. But the battery's not dead. We've replaced the batteries. And it just will randomly beep. And we don't know why. And I kind of had a little panic moment because there is a key, you know, a traditional lock key, right? But I don't know where it is. It's not on my keychain. It's not on my husband's keychain. You know, it's not on my mom's keychain. So if the door lock stopped working, we would have no way to get into our house. That kind of freaks me out, you know, without breaking a window or something. And I really don't want to break the windows because we paid for all new windows like 6 years ago, and it was expensive. I don't really want to replace another window. So I asked my husband, I said, so what happens, right? If we get locked out and, you know, let's say I get locked out of the house and I don't have keys, none of our other doors, you know, like I don't have a key for anything. How do I get back in the house? And he said, well, you would just use the front door and, you know, the automatic door lock with the fingerprint. And I said, but what if it's not working? How do I get in the house? And he's like, I don't know. I guess we would have to figure out a way. I'm like, yeah, that seems kind of bad, right? You know, and I know that it's not really safe to hide a key outside somewhere, because what if somebody finds your hide a key and they can, you know, get into your house? But it kind of made me go, oh, we need to have a backup plan. Because what if, you know, I'm outside and I can't get in the house? And what if there's something cooking on the stove? Or, I don't know, I'm like, have like a giant open flame on the middle of the living room. I have no idea. So we got another lock, a different lock that has just the keypad on the back door. So we can get in potentially a second way. It's funny how we don't have like real keys for anything anymore. My car has a key. I mean, it has a key to start, but I know a lot of cars don't even have regular keys. They use the wireless key fob thingy, and it just automatically knows when you're close by, so you can open your door. And same with the, you know, the push button, start, ignition. I'm like, man, crazy. Back in my day, we had keys for everything. You had like 20 keys on your key ring. Now it's like, no keys. Everything's digital. Wait. Nope. Same. Wait, no. Hang on. See, it just beeped again. I don't know if you heard it, but. Okay, 17. See, that's why you double check. Because that's like 3 browns in a row. This one is kind of interesting. It's like a warning symbol. Warning. Ah! Glad that wasn't full. I probably should be doing this on my tray. My neon tray. This is an Ephemera 3D tray. Love them. They are the perfect size. They're not like super wide, so you can't hold on to it and shake it. And oh, it's so bright, but the tip kind of curves a little, so if you shake it, the diamonds don't fly out. Love that feature because I am an aggressive shaker. Okay, 780. And if you haven't and you are interested, the Halloween costume Pippy stickers, I still have a few left. You just have to fill out the form in the description box, and I will send you all 4. They are free. I do not ask for money. It is my way of sending happy mail to multiple people, because it's cheaper to mail some stickers than it is to mail diamond paintings or boxes. There's that. I'm not sure if it's like the funnel that's helping kit up smooth. I'm sure it's probably the lack of static is helping. Okay, that is $7.96. Just making sure. That 6 kind of looked like a 5. There's that. I think the last 3 kits I've worked on have had $7.96 in them, and potentially even $7.99 too. Oh, seriously, come on, get it together. Get it together. Yeah, the other day, I was sitting working on my diamond painting, minding my own business. Thank you. And the light that I use, the overhead light, is connected to the Amazon robot. I'm not going to say her name so I don't trigger anybody's, And we have one of those smart bulbs in it. And one of the features is you can change the color of the bulb, not just from warm to cool to white. Oh, no, you can change it to all the colors. And I'm sitting there, again, minding my own business, not causing trouble for anybody, and the light changes. It changes to purple. Okay. You know, maybe the Amazon robot is malfunctioning. Sometimes she randomly talks, and then I think she's spying on me. And then it changed to green, and then it changed to orange. And so I texted my husband, because we communicate, you know, in memes and sarcasm. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the show. Oh, what is it called? I can't think so. It was on Cartoon Network, and it was this kid named Flapjack. And I think he was like a sea captain, or I don't know if he was a pancake. I honestly don't know. I could not follow the story. But there was one episode that my husband thought was hilarious. And it was this one where he was peeping at people. He was kind of spying in on their windows and stuff like that. And one of the people would say, "Flapjack, are you peeping at me?" And he would giggle and, "Yeah, I am." And so I texted my husband a picture of that with, you know, a meme. And I said, "Are you peeping at me?" Because I knew it was him. It wasn't anyone else. And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I said, "Yeah, get back to work." Because you can control it on your phone. And so he thought it would be funny to mess with the lights. I'm like, yeah. Luckily, that doesn't scare me. It would probably scare me more if I saw a shadowy figure walk in front of our front window. That would scare me. He knows not to do that, because I would be running upstairs to grab the Second Amendment device to protect myself and the rest of the family that was home. So, no one wants to end their day like that. No, thank you. So far, not too many. There was no 310 in this. Look, 309, 315. Boom, no 310. I'm fine with 310s as long as they aren't junky. That's my thing. Or if it's giant. I don't think I could do a painting with a giant 310 background. Oh my gosh, no. That would be painful. So we went to Ulta this week because it was haircut day and hair color day. And I know I desperately needed ye old roots touched up. And man, they have the wicked like collab makeup and products out in full force. It was just, I walked in and it was just, it smacks you in the face. All the pink and all the green and all the stuff. And I'm not usually one of those people who, oh my gosh, you know, a new eyeshadow palette. I mean, I don't remember the last time I wore eyeshadow. I'm not going to be purchasing collab makeup or hair products or, you know, whatever. But I did think it was really interesting how many items they had. I mean, they are really pushing that movie hard. Really, really, really. I don't know. I don't think, no. That's going to need a second one. So let's not crowd it. We'll just give it its own bottle. I have never seen the Wicked Broadway play. I don't think I've ever seen a Broadway play. I did see the Hamilton, you know, Disney Plus thing. But other than that, I don't know if I've ever seen a Broadway play. But I did read the book. And that was, oh my gosh, that was before I had kids. Because I listened to it on audiobook. Back when you had to actually check the audiobooks out from the library. Yeah, I think I waited, oh man, probably a few months at least for that audiobook because it was so popular. But I remember it was an audiobook because I was working as a nanny before I had kids, and one of the kids, he had lots of appointments, you know, for like speech therapy and occupation therapy and just various, you know, various camps and various things. And a lot of times they would be, you know, not down the street. And so I would be in charge of driving, which is fine. That's what I'm hired to do. But I would have to wait there, you know, because it would only be an hour or, you know, maybe 2 hours. But if you're driving, you know, downtown Seattle somewhere, and it took you 45 minutes to get there, you can't just go home or go back to the house. And usually it was in an area that I didn't know. You know, I have a horrible sense of direction, so even I get turned around in my own city. And so I never really felt comfortable leaving and driving around because I didn't have a smartphone. So if I got lost, I was in trouble. I had printed out MapQuest directions. That's how old I am. I had printed out MapQuest directions. So I was always like, I don't really want to veer too far, because then if I went off the MapQuest directions, I didn't know if I would be able to, like, you know, get back in a timely manner or get to the next, you know, appointment or pick up the next kid on time. So usually I just kind of hung out, you know, maybe had a snack, packed my lunch, and I had my car, obviously. And so I would listen to audiobooks in the car. And so I would have the cassette or the CD. Cassettes were you know, back when you had cassettes, let's say, usually the cassette, at least for our library, was more reliable because people trashed those CDs. And so a lot of times you would get the CD from the library, and sometimes you would not be able to listen to the whole CD. And you would have, like, you know, 10 CDs or whatever. But the CD would be so scratched up that you would have to skip, you know, through sections. That was kind of a pain in the butt. Also, which I learned, oh, maybe don't do that yet, was that with the CDs, if, you know, you're listening to the CD and you pause or you take the CD out because somebody else wants to listen to a CD, you know, because they're in the car too, then you lose where you were in the CD. And at least with the cassette tape, if you took it out, you know, it stops at that spot. So you have an easier time of figuring out, where did I leave off in my book? Yeah. There were multiple times I'd be like, no, don't take the CD out. Because then I would have to listen and kind of fast forward, listen and fast forward, listen and fast forward. Okay, that one is done. Now we're on box number 2. Yeah, so I listened to Wicked. And I think I liked it. I'm pretty sure. I thought it was an interesting book. So I've never seen the Broadway, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to see the movie. Like, part of me does, because it looks like the visuals are amazing. It seems very highly produced and probably very well edited. But my thing is, well, I mean, I got a lot of things, but I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan per se. And it's not like professional, it's more some of the personal life things just kind of rub me the wrong way. And, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Like, I'm not trying to judge anybody or shame anybody, but it's just some of the things that I've, you know, heard that she's done or acted and stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I don't really support some of that. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll see it. Maybe I won't. I'll probably wait for it to go out on video because I am not about that movie theater life if I can help it. It's so expensive to see movies in the theater. I just, ugh. And if I take my kids and they have to pee, or they're, you know, hungry and they want candy, or they want this or that, then you gotta, not like you can tell them to pause. excuse me, could you please pause the movie because my kid has had a giant extra large soda and now they need to pee for the third time? No, they don't care. They do not care about me and my children's bladders or my bladder. That's why I try not to drink things when I go to the movie. I'm like, nope, just suffer. I'll just be thirsty. And then as soon as I get out of the theater, I'm like, yep, I need something to drink. 3607. 3607. Whoops. There is that. There's that. Put that lid on. And, well, let's just pour. Since I already have some in there, we'll just pour it in. And do that. But yeah, I went to, where did I go? I went somewhere. And there was a bunch of the Wicked collab products as well. I mean, heaven forbid somebody release a movie and not have a bunch of branded products to try to sell you with it. That is not the right thing. 3608. Yes, I saw they were selling Stanley cups. Of course, heaven forbid we don't have a Stanley cup that goes with whatever the latest and greatest fad is. But, you know, it is what it is. Obviously, people buy it or they wouldn't make it. If they had a Stanley cup with Care Bears on it, I may purchase my first Stanley cup. So I can't be over here hating on people's interests. But, you know, 3608. I definitely know that my husband would be like, why do you have so many Stanley cups if I had a bunch of them? So I have one Yeti cup because I wanted a cup that fit in my cup holder. They had a food drive at school, at the high school, and I went to Walmart thinking I was, you know, being a hero for picking up food for the food drive. Obviously, it's a good cause. Doesn't matter who wins. The winners are the food bank, number one. And I was purchasing things that I thought maybe weren't always things that people would purchase. Like I purchased some, you know, like the sauce packets, the gravy packets, the spice packets, and I was trying to get, you know, canned food, and, you know, I think they want, you know, things like tuna and canned meat and those kinds of things, and, you know, breakfast cereals and stuff like that. And some of the stuff I purchased was probably a little bit heavy, but for the most part, I wasn't trying to go for, you know, a certain weight class of items, right? It was like, no, I mean, if anything, I was like, oh, that could be lightweight. We could carry that into the school and not have to worry about, you know, having to go back and make, you know, 50 trips. So I purchased 4 reusable bags of stuff at Walmart. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing great. I am feeling pretty good, you know, like, because the winning grade got a pizza party. And again, it's not for the prizes. It's, you know, to help the school and to help the food banks. But then I found out that I shopped wrong. And how did I shop wrong for this particular contest? I was thinking that they were going by number of items, right? No, they were going by weight of items. Weight. And apparently, one of the classes, not the grade my son's in, they knew that it was by weight. I don't know if my kid just wasn't paying attention or didn't convey that little tidbit of information to me. So this class, apparently, everybody went and bought juice. Like big things of juice. So they won because they had the most weight, which is smart if that's how they're doing it, you know, okay. But I don't know. And maybe I'm just like salty because, you know, I bought all this food and I'm like, well, it didn't even really contribute because a lot of the stuff I bought was light. You know, cereal is not heavy. But it was on the, like, we really need list. So I was trying to shop based on what they say they need. Apparently that didn't, you know, it's not that it didn't matter. I shouldn't say that it didn't matter. In the contest, that was the wrong way to shop. But then I was kind of thinking about it, and imagine that, you know, you're needing to go to the food bank because you need to get food for your family, and you walk in and there's 100 bottles of juice. Now, your kids are going to be super excited because obviously, you know, juice is fun and delicious. But from a nutritional standpoint, juice is basically pure sugar. There's not a lot of nutritional value in juice. It is pure sugar. That's why a lot of doctors don't recommend that you give your kids juice, because it's pure sugar. It does not really have vitamins and minerals in it unless they add them back in after it's, you know, purely like overly refined and stuff like that. I was just a little salty about that, I gotta say. I'm just like, really? You know, but so next year, if they do it next year, I may ask the office and be like, why are you doing it by weight? Why wouldn't you do it by item number, or, you know, something, or switch it up a little bit? But again, I didn't run the contest. All I did was buy things at Walmart that I thought the food bank could have. So it is what it is. There's that. This is going so fast without static. Oh my gosh. It is flying by. And then I was walking around Walmart, as one does, because you can't just go for one thing. And they had a few coats in the women's section, and I kind of liked a few of them. And I don't know, maybe let me know if you have this thought process or not. But for me, I'm not going to buy a coat if it doesn't have a hood on it. And that could be because I live in Washington and it rains a lot of the time, or there's the possibility of rain a lot of the time. So I'm not going to go outside with a coat that doesn't have a hood on it. And a lot of the coats that I liked were hoodless. So if I wore the coat, I would have to have a separate coat with me to protect me from the rain. Because I'm not going to carry umbrella. That's just one more thing that I'm going to put down and forget. And I've seen a lot of memes where it'll say real Washingtonians don't use umbrellas. That's how you know somebody's not from here. Which I'm not saying that's true. But I don't think I've really ever carried an umbrella, just because it seems a little silly to me. But will you buy coats based on, like, if you really like the coat, or if it has a hood? Are you no? Or if it doesn't have a hood, do you think that way? I'm genuinely curious. A lot of times I think that everybody thinks like me. That my way of thinking is how everybody thinks. And I get humbled a lot when I realize that not everybody. Whoa, okay. These have static. What? Okay, that was unexpected. I was not expecting the crystals to have static. Oh, we will take care of that. I'm going to use my eyeglass cleaner because it doesn't have the same overly powered smell that the static guard does. So yeah, let me know. Will you buy coats just based on what they look like? Hood or no hood, who cares? Or are you overly passionate about one versus the other like I am? Those are still... Come on, little friends. Get out of there. Okay, sticking to my finger. Sticking. Okay. Go down in there. That one is still there. Whoa. Wait a sec. That was... Did I? Wait a minute. That was C. 340. Okay. That's a crystal. C is for crystal. I did learn that. 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Am I missing one? Oh, please don't be telling me I'm missing one. Okay, I did just unbox this. And I did not look to check that I had all of them as I was showing them off. So we're going to skip 51 for now because I am actually thinking I don't have it. Oh. Well, I will have to email and ask about that. Okay, I'm curious if these, okay, this is the AB. I'm curious. I'm trying to look at the bottoms. They don't look dimply, but they don't look like there's any that are concave either. That's confusing. ABs. That's interesting though that the crystal had static, but none of the other drills did. Oh, well, that was me spelling. That wasn't the drill's fault. That was operator error. Yes, it was. And I don't think they're not all going to fit. So I'm not going to crowd them. Not going to crowd you guys. Where's my pen? I was going to use my pencil. It's my favorite pencil. Yep. Not going to read it out loud in case children are present. So we have AB 208. Oh, excuse me. One thing I don't like about writing on these stickers is that it's so slippery. My handwriting is already atrocious, so it makes it look even worse. But it's fine. I will know what it is. I mean, and I think there's only one purple AB. So it should not be difficult to figure it out. If for some reason I can't read my own handwriting, I'll know. And there's a few mixed up. And you know what? They're just going to go in there. It's fine. There's that. Okay, that. Okay, I'm going to stick that one like that, just so I don't fill that spot in. So we have, wait a second. AB 9. No. Okay, what is going on? 53. Did I just, oh, maybe I mix these up. Oh, that could be too. So AB 798. AB 798. All right. Well, those numbers match, so we're going to put those in there. Maybe I screwed up the order. I very well could have. It does happen occasionally. That was 52. So that was, okay, 208. Maybe I just put them in the wrong order. It could have happened. I am not perfect. Never said I was. Okay. There's 798. I bet I did just mix them up. Well, good for me. Well, not good for me, but lucky me. That means that maybe I didn't not receive something. All right. There's that. 996. 50. 5 is C3812, C31812, okay. Good. Well, there's an AB. We're just going to put it with that crystal. It's fine. Let's see if these crystals... Whoa! A little too excited over here. This crystal didn't have static. Interesting. Beautiful crystal, though. Nice. Not quite a teal, but it's not quite a green. But it is beautiful. All right, this is the not fairy dust, but some kind of purple, pretty. Oh, those have a little bit of static, actually. I'm going to put cut up dryer sheet in there. Doot. Let's, it would be nice if they all fit. Oh my gosh. They are a little sticky in there. Come on, guys. Work with me, please. Where's my tip? My Q-tip. Go down in there. There's that. Let's just swab it a little. Just loosen up the static cling. Has anyone tried the, I never can pronounce it right, is it the catered or the cat-eared or the cat-art-eared? The trays that have the lid and the tray in them, and yeah, you can stack them and do all that. Has anyone tried those? And the ones that are the anti-static. I love the idea. I don't know if it would actually work for the way that I diamond paint. Okay, that is definitely staticky. Look at how they are just sticking. And it's all the backside too. If you can see that, that is really interesting. It's not the glittery part that's sticking. It's all the backside that doesn't have that coating on it. I like the idea of the trays. They're a little pricey, yes. If that's all you bought though, and you weren't, buying trays like this, and I can see how it could, it could be worth the price. But one of the sets now says that it's anti-static. And I'm just curious, is it actually anti-static? And how would you know? Because if there's static in this bag, and I have to do something like this to get them out of the bag, right? Try to follow with me. Then how do I know that the anti-static vessel, okay, like if they said this bottle was anti-static, how do I know that this vessel is doing its job? Or it wasn't the fact that I just did something to lessen the static inside the bottle? Does that make sense? It makes sense to me, but I'm also in my own head. So how do you know that, because if this has static and I have to get it into a tray with a lid, how are you going to do that without meticulously, licking your finger and putting them in or doing whatever you're doing to do that? I'm genuinely curious, because you have to do something to get the diamonds into the tray in the first place. And if they're sticking to your bag, you're going to have to do something like with the dryer sheet or the lens cleaner or the static guard or whatever other method that you're doing. So how do you know that that tray is taking away the static if you've already had to diffuse the static? So I don't know. And that's what my brain thinks when I see those, because I don't think they would work for me anyways. And even if they are magically anti-static, I still wouldn't probably purchase them, just because of the space that I have to put my diamonds and all my stuff in. And I like a high-sided tray, like this tray. Love this tray. Ephemera 3D on Etsy. You can't even read that because it's so freaking bright, but I promise you it says Ephemera 3D. But I mean, that's a good, I don't know. Okay, hang on. I have a measuring tape right here. Let's see how tall this is. So that is almost 2 centimeters tall, or 3/4 of an inch tall. I need tall sides like this because I just I shake all over, you know, it's just, it is what I do. So I don't know if the trays that have this lower sides, I don't think those would work for me. Like, I can't use the trays that come in the kits. They don't work for me. If they work for you, I am so happy for you, but like this, no. One shake and it would just fly all over the place. Look at the difference on that. This tray, I'm like, where did the measuring tape go? It measures, hang on, watch me struggle, 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch. There's no way I could use that. Absolutely no way. I would love to, but I can't. So that is one thing I definitely recommend if you are invested in diamond painting and you want better materials. Trays that have bigger sides that line up the diamonds nicely is a absolute must. Also, I would say storage containers. I can't use these bags. Like, if you can use the Ziploc bags and just put your sticker labels on there, I am so jealous. But my cats would chew those up. This is what they did to the storage, the bag that the tools came in while I was unboxing. They chewed it up. There's holes in there. So I could never leave those open like that. Another thing I would recommend is a convertible pen. No, a comfortable pen. Ooh, my stomach just made a weird noise. I hope you didn't hear that. Also, a putty or some kind of thing that picks up your drills nicely and does not madden your brain. I personally like the original blue alien putty. That is kind of the one that's only been working for me lately, but I've also been extra stabby. Take that what you will. So yeah, those are my recommendations. If you are new to diamond painting and you enjoy it, it will make your diamond painting so much more enjoyable. So I am pulling out all the letters first. M-N-O-P. There were no numbers in this kit. So this is going to be, you can watch how I do it, and you don't have to do it this way. You can leave them in DMC number order. Some people will leave them in DMC order. Totally fine. Do what works for you. I feel like that's like the #1 thing that anybody who diamond paints or, you know, is, you know, on YouTube or whatever, or somebody gives you some advice, do what works for you. As I'm shaking my drills. Do what works for you. Lots of letters. Don't mind that. I like the letters. But there are definitely some symbols. All right. So if that's letters, now what we're going to do is we're going to pull out, and I go by, once I'm done with the letters and the numbers, there are no numbers, I will put them in order by what the symbol looks like, the color. I don't go by dots, dashes, curves, straight lines, because a lot of times you get, you know, stuff like this and you're like, well, what symbol category does that fall into? So I go by color. I will start with pink because it's my favorite color, and I like to start my rainbows with pink. So I will put it in rainbow order. So all of these symbols look pink on here. Now, when I put it on the canvas on the, what do you call it, lay pad, that might change. And that's why I love bottles, because you can move them around. Some of these on the canvas might look purple, and then I had to move things around. But for now, symbol looks pink. I'm going to start with pink. So we got pink, then we go to red. Then orange, and then orangey yellows. Let's push these ones down a little bit. Did not give myself enough room. Shocker. Let's see. So orangey reds, yellows, green. This looks like the only green that I see. Move my dryer sheets and stuff out of the way. Then we have blue, 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 blue. That looks pretty blue to me. Daisy looks blue. Arrow looks blue. Rain cloud looks blue. Then we will go to, well, that one, the foot. This one I think is going to be hard to see on the canvas. Then we have kind of teal blue. That one is a very light teal blue. This one is a gray blue. Like this one could look either blue or purple or gray on the canvas. So I'm going to put it with the blues for now. May change that when I start working on it. This one, kind of similar to the question mark. Then we will go into the blue purples. Blue purple. This one is definitely purple. That one is definitely purple. That one looks purple. The moon looks purple. Then, oh, there's pink. Put that pink up there. Then this one, I'm gonna put this with brown. And if it looks different, I will change it. Brown, brown, brown. Then off-white. Oh, brown. Oops, holding on to that one. And then off-white, and then white. All right, so we're gonna start with the A's. I usually put uppercase first, then lowercase. No B, we have C, and I like to take another, because I didn't put these in full order. C, D, E, E, F. No lowercase f, I don't think so. G, any lowercase g? I don't think so. H, H, no I. J, any K's? Really? Yes, there is a K. See, I didn't put them in order. K, L, M, any lowercase m's? I don't think so. N, we have O, and P. There is a Q. Thank goodness it's a completely different color and style than the O. That could be tricky. Q, R, S, big T, little t, U, no V, no W. Then we have X, Y, and Z. And then we put in the symbols by color for now. I usually end up having to change them because once you see them on the light pad, sometimes they do not look, quit knocking over. Sometimes they don't look how you think that they should look. Green, okay, then we got 3 blues, and then we got these 2 blues, those 2 blues, those, and we got the light blue and the purpley blue, and then the 2 purples, 2 more purples, purple and brown, 2 browns, 2 browns, 2 brown, or no, off-whites. And then I will have this on my rolly tray from IKEA that I have next to my work area. And this will just kind of go on the bookcase. And after I finish a row or 2, depending on, you know, what colors are in that section, then I will probably maybe just top it off or wait until that gets completely empty and then just swap the lids. And I will have a trash drill container that I will probably just keep on my desk, because I do like to track how much trash I have. It's more for my own entertainment than anything else, because as long as I have enough diamonds, I don't care how much trash there is. I mean, obviously, yes, I don't want to be picking through trash the entire time that I am diamond painting, but it happens. It happens to every single company. It's not a sign that a company is good or bad based on the amount of trash drills that you have, at least in my opinion. So I'm going to stack those together, and that is going to be it. Here is the picture again. Lily's Little Charm from Coco Marshmallow Arts, and this is by Mystical Dream Designs. Did I say Designs? Wow, making up words. That is their website. I will also try to remember to link it in the description box. If I don't and you notice, please let me know and I will rectify that situation. So that is going to be it today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I kit up this pretty low static, maybe just 2 kit. Fantastic. If you have not, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the things, and I will see you again very, very soon. Big awkward hugs.